Do you feel drained or uplifted by the people around you? Do you feel tired or irritable around certain people? Are you getting body aches such as headaches or tummy aches in certain environments? We can take on people's energy. We can absorb their energy. So if we spend time in the wrong environments or around the wrong people, this can actually deplete us. So it's time to ask yourself, are these people good for me or are they not? My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialize in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. People can suck the living life out of you, but if we're not aware of our energy, we can put up with certain environments or certain situations without our knowledge, and we just think we're just tired. We think we're just drained. We just think, oh, this is just a headache, but it can actually be because we're being drained by the people in our environment. There is such a thing as an energy vampire. An energy vampire is somebody who sucks off your energy. Effectively, like, if you're a high vibrational person, you're going to be buzzing a lot of the time. Very positive, very, uppity. And a lot of people are still in the moan and groan society. The negative energy, that low vibration. Always giving out about something. When you're in a good mood and somebody just fucks it up. Like, for example, you tell the wrong person that you're about to start a new project. And you're like, oh my God, I'm starting this new course. I'm so excited. Oh my God, it's something I've always wanted to do. And then bang, they come in and they're not even glass half empty. They shatter your fucking glass. They grab your glass that's pouring over with this excitement and shatter it by saying, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, why would you do that? That sounds so weird. Oh my God, you can't do that. And it's negative. And it's like, it's so weird. It's like, there might not be anything negative about the situation, but they would find and pinpoint everything that could go wrong. And then you just feel depleted. You're like, I felt so good a few minutes ago and now I feel like shit. Certain things like that can deplete your energy. And negative energy. Like, when we start to awaken, when we start to heal, we start to realize that our environment isn't as hospitable as it used to be. We had this persona on, we fit into a world that we didn't belong into, right? And then we acted a certain way. We take on traits of our environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend time with. So ask yourself, who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they on the journey with you? Or are they trying to keep you back down? And this is, you're not, as I said, you're not really aware of your energy until you start to rise up, until you start to do the inner work. For me personally, I wasn't aware. I knew I was an empath. Did I? Actually, I knew I was sensitive, but I didn't really know what an empath was. I didn't really know that we can absorb energy. And this, you don't have to be an empath to absorb energy. We're energy beings. You know what I mean? We can feel energy, we can sense energy. And when we're in tune with our bodies and our soul and all of it, we really can sense energy. So we can sense good and bad. We can sense what's healthy for us and we can sense what's not. When we're in an energy of conditioning, before we start to awaken, we are a product of our environment. So we are who we spend time with. So we are our parents' beliefs. We are our community's beliefs, our friends' beliefs. We are those people. You know what I mean? And we can put on these masks and it's disgusting. Like some of the things that we've done just in order to fit into the world we thought we should be in. And when you start to heal and when you start to see things from a different perspective, when you start to shed that mask, you start to see all the cracks. You start to see all of the lower energy, the negative energy, the gossiping energy. Oh, it's like, oh my God, it's like woe me energy all the time. And it starts to affect you. Like for me personally, like I had to walk away from my dad because his energy was very, very negative, very negative. But initially I had set boundaries. I didn't spend too much time in his energy. I had spent bouts of time in his energy, and I went away and I recharged. And this is another thing: when you get depleted by someone, you have to go away and recharge. I call it like plugging into the wall. Like if you're a robot rebooting, or the robot needs to recharge, and you have to shut down completely in order to recharge because your energy is depleted. You're just drained. And this is the thing, like, every single thing a negative or low energy vampire says or does, it's like a slap to your inner child. It's like a slap to your inner self, because everything just makes you smaller and smaller and smaller and weaker and weaker and weaker. And how you decipher this is literally test your energy. Like, you'll know the difference. Like, I can even test energy now through text messages or through phone calls or through, video calls. I can sense energy. I can read people from what they say in a text message because I can feel the energy. I can feel that vibration. And I know if I'm on a phone call with someone, or if I speak to somebody, or if I'm in somebody's energy or in somebody's environment, I will know. Am I buzzing afterwards or am I wrecked? That's the difference. Like if you say your best friend, for example, both of you are nuts and both of you are like hyper together and you're always laughing and you're always having fun. You'll come off a call or you come out of a meeting with them and you'll be like absolutely high as a kite. It'll just be, that's the kind of energy. And that's good people. That's good people when you're in good form, when you leave their energy. But say, for example, you feel obligated to go to a family gathering. And you know that I have to stop going to family gatherings. When you go to a family gathering and all they ask you is, what are you doing these days? What are you up to? Are you single? Oh my God, why aren't you married yet? All of this, it's like, you're useless. You're not good enough. And it's like all of this language at you, asking you why you're not better than you should be. And I stopped going. I was like, I'm not going into these environments to be literally looked down upon and then depleted because of it. And that sucks the life out of you. I see people, they're like, oh, I have to go to this family thing, like I don't want to, like, but like, and then they feel like shit afterwards because of all the fighting, all the arguments, whatever. And they don't realize the reason they feel like fucking shit is because you're in the wrong energy. You can say no to things. No is a full sentence. Ask yourself these questions. Are you having a conversation with somebody and feeling good afterwards? Are you telling somebody your good news and they're actually winning with you rather than talking down to you? Like, I actually had to stop telling people stuff at one stage. Completely just stop telling people because, like, you'll know by somebody's face, right? Somebody could look at you and go, I'm so happy for you, but their eyes are going, you fucking asshole. And there's just jealousy coming out of those fucking eyes. And you're like, I'm not telling you anything again. Because you can see when somebody is false happy for you. And this is the thing. There's such a thing as, not only do people suck the life out of you, there's such a thing as psychic attack as well. So if you tell the wrong people stuff, and they say they're happy for you, but in their mind they're thinking you're an asshole, or I'm jealous, or they're bitter, or they're angry towards you. This can actually send energy towards your project or your endeavor or the thing you're happy about, and actually sabotage it, even without them saying anything. So this is another thing. Like, you don't even have to watch what people say. Watch what people do. You know what I mean? You can't trust words, and this is it. Like, people are good at lying, especially if they feel bitter. I had to walk away from friends who didn't say they were bitter, but I started to see them go bitter. I started to feel it. Initially, it was like, oh, they're winning with me. Initially, it was like, yay, I know that they're on my side. I know they're supporting me. Then it got to a stage where it was like I was telling them stuff, and you could just see in their eyes that they were not fucking happy for me at all. And I'm like, okay, I won't be fucking telling you anything else. And then eventually I had to just walk away from these people. And this is it. You have to actually, it's about cleansing your environment. As you evolve, as you grow, as you heal, ask yourself, are these people still in alignment with you? Are you still wanting to stand around the moan and groan society that you were once a part of? Like, it's just such negative energy. You know the way somebody could say, Jesus, it's a lovely day. We're getting great sunshine. And then somebody goes, yeah, but it's going to rain on Thursday. And you're like, what the fuck? We're having an amazing, in the moment, all we have is now, tomorrow is not promised. It's fucking Sunday. Thursday's not till 4 days away. So we're going to have, what, three more days of sunshine, and then it's going to rain, but you're going to think of the rain? It's like literally people seeing a field full of roses and only seeing the thorns. This is the energy that we're in, like, or that these people are in. It's like literally any kind of good thing that comes in, they're straight away saying, yeah, but this could happen, or this could happen, or, there's no point getting excited about that because it'll only last a certain amount of time. Like, other people are like, oh, this is the best day of my life, but it's going to end soon. It's like, you're supposed to enjoy the best day of your life instead of thinking about when it's going to fucking end. This kind of stuff, like, I another thing is, like, I can't be around people who refuse to evolve. Like, if you're having the same conversation with somebody, the exact same conversation you had with them 3 months ago, like, you've changed. Things in your life have changed. But all of they've done is the same shit over and over again for the last 3 fucking months. And you're like, that sucks the life out of you. Being around people who are not on the growth journey is really, really, really difficult. You know, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to have a conversation. I hate small talk. Oh, the weather, this and that. It's like, oh, I have no money. All this kind of moaning shit. And you're like literally looking at them going, why are you so depressing? Why? You know what I mean? And you used to be part of that. I used to be part of that. I used to be part of the person. I used to be this negative, right? And this is the thing. This is what I mean by we shift out of an environment. I used to be the negative person. I was the most pessimistic person you will ever meet. Ever. I had to retrain my brain to become positive. I actually had to rewire my brain. But I was like, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. I was so negative. So fucking negative. You know what I mean? Like, I was the person who saw no light at the end of the tunnel. And I came out of that. And I evolved out of it. And I started looking back in at this environment. And I was like, no, why? No wonder I was so depressed. No wonder my life was going around in circles. And this is what happens. If you stay in that environment, if you continue in that environment, your life will not move forward. It won't. For me, for example, when I stopped setting boundaries with my dad, when I got too sucked in, when I spent too much time in his energy, I went to nothing. I don't know if you've seen the movie, I've said this before. It's The Band of Trolls. This is one of the troll movies where the bad guys are sucking the essence, the song out of the trolls. And your man is in a little black glass box at the end of it. And he's got no life in him. He's fucking on death's door, like, you know, because there's none of the magic is left in him. And that's effectively what an energy vampire does. They use you for your shine. So like they're not going to evolve, they're not going to grow, they're not going to heal, but they start to become jealous of you. And that's the thing. What I mentioned before about some of my friends who were winning with me eventually started looking at me with daggers, even though they were going, I'm so happy for you. They were like, fucking hate you. Do you know what I mean? And like, I was like literally having to walk away from these people. I had to walk away from my dad as well, because it literally gets to a stage where these people will get so jealous of your growth that they will actually try to sabotage you. Now, they're not deliberately going, I'm watching you grow and heal, because they're not conscious of this. I'm watching you grow and heal, so I'm going to fuck you up. What they're really thinking is, I don't even know what they're fucking thinking, because they're not consciously going, I'm refusing to do my healing, so I'm going to steal your energy. They're not consciously thinking that. What they're doing unconsciously is seeing that you're shining, you're buzzing, you're like, oh, I want that for myself, but I'm not going to do it on my own. I'm not going to do the work to get there to where you are. So I'm going to suck the life out of you. And it's like they get a fucking syringe, stick it into your arm and go, and then inject it into yourself. So this is what you'll know, right? You'll start to see, right? You're going into a situation, you're having a conversation with someone, you're like, yeah, I'm happy. And then all of a sudden you start to go down. And that person starts to get hyper. And you're like, Jesus, where are you getting your energy from? I'm fucking wrecked. Do you know what I mean? And this is it. Like when I stopped going to see friends, or when I stopped going to see my dad, initially I was in denial for such a long time. I was in denial for so long. But my body started to react. You get headaches around the wrong people. My tummy used to be sore. I'd be like, what the fuck have I got a tummy ache for? Do you know what I mean? And I'd have, trapped emotions. And this is your body warning you, you don't go into this situation. This is not good for you. And I was getting more and more depleted. Like, I got to the stage where I was like that troll in that glass box, screaming to get out. I had no energy, no willpower, no will to fucking live, no ambition. I had genuinely lost everything, as in internally and externally. My physical health was deteriorating, my mental health was deteriorating. And I was just fucked. Like, effectively, I was just gone. There was nothing left for me. Like, I was absolutely depleted because I allowed myself to be in that energy for too long. And that's the thing, like, because it was my dad, and I'd walked away from friends, so I was feeling vulnerable. And I'd forgotten about my boundaries. And I remember fucking saying this. I remember going to myself, Jesus, his energy doesn't affect me like it used to. I can spend more time with him. Big fucking mistake. That was not, no. And I ended up spending more time with him, and I ended up fucking myself up completely. I was in bits. I was tired all the time. I was drained. A fear-based entity attached to me because I was in this low vibration energy. I was in a constant state of fear all the time. My life was at a standstill. I had nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it was only in cutting off that energy, walking away from that energy, that I replenished myself. And now I look back and I understand energy now. I remember actually having friends in my house, right? Oh, this is a side that I did not see. At the time, I was already awakening, and I already was using sage to cleanse my aura. Sage is very good, actually, to burn and cleanse your aura. But I was around these people. They'd be in my house, and I'd go into my bedroom and sage my aura. Not thinking and not understanding the reason I was so depleted was because of the fucking people I was hanging around with. I was like, well, if you have to sage yourself while you're around people, that's a clear sign these are not your fucking people. So this is, really ask yourself, are you being depleted? Are you drained? Are you not sleeping because of a conversation with somebody? Are you then not too tired to do the rest of your day? Are you fucking, really in a low vibration energy after you get off the phone with someone, after you have a conversation with someone, after you get off even text messages with someone? You know what I mean? I used to be so drained. The way we were so polite as well. We're told you have to do this, or you have to reply, or you have to be polite. I used to have people texting me, and they would really suck the life out of me. But I'd be like, you have to reply, you have to be nice. Now my motto is block and fucking delete. Anyone who in any way makes me feel a little bit icky or a little bit drained or anything, I stop responding. And I try to explain to the person, I don't have the energy for this anymore. And then they're still texting you going, do you have the energy now? Do you have the energy now? Do you have the energy now? And you're like, no, I do not have the energy now, so I'm going to block you. You know what I mean? It's like literally, you just can't do it anymore. You get to a stage where it's like, I've given so much of myself to this. It's fucking me up. I don't feel good, so I'm going to walk away. You know what I mean? So we have to start understanding we don't have to put up with stuff just because they're family members, just because they're friends, just because you're trying to be polite, just because you feel obligated. How are you, if you continue, I've said this before, the whole apple scenario. If you put a good apple into a bowl of bad apples, what do you get? A bowl full of fucking assholes. So but if that good apple is going to rot, your good energy is not going to be able to fix all the bad apples. The bad apples are fucked, and we think if we stay long enough in certain situations, we can help these bad apples. No, you can't. They're already fucking rotten. And the only thing that's going to happen if you stay too long in these environments is you're going to turn into a bad apple. It's been known that narcissistic abuse victims have turned narcissistic because they haven't gotten out. You know what I mean? I was once one of those low vibration negative energies. I got out of it. But when I allowed myself to be around my dad for too long, I depleted. I went to nothing. You know what I mean? If you become aware of energy and start to feel depleted, you can go and recharge. When I used to have boundaries with my dad, I used to go and recharge. I wouldn't see him for a couple of months and I'd be fine the next time, and I'd be okay again a couple of hours and then it's fine. You know what I mean? I'd go and recharge. But the last time, I didn't give myself time to recharge. His energy doesn't affect me anymore. I can spend more time with him. So fucking wrong. And I got to the stage where I completely lost all sense of everything. My fear was through the roof, and it took me fucking years to get to where I am now. A long time of being isolated and being alone and actually understanding the people around me were not good for me. We have to start cleansing our environment. We have to let go of situations that drain us. The only way, we keep saying, I have to help them, I have to bring them with me. You can't bring them with me. I've said this before. If you throw down a rope for the next person who wants to heal is going to help you. You're going to pull, but they're going to climb up with you. But the one that doesn't help you is going to dangle at the end of that rope and go, I'm going to just steal your energy. And your hands are starting to fucking bleed because the rope is getting tighter and fucking tighter around your hand. They're not lifting themselves up, and you're eventually going to fall back down. We're here to change things on this planet. We're here to evolve. We're here to grow, and we're here to heal. We're here to heal our ancestral lineage. We're the ones that are breaking those generational curses, okay? How are you going to fucking do that if you keep going back into the fucking... I see a snake pit or a fucking, a lion pit or a shark fucking den. Do you know what I mean? If you keep going back down, how are you going to break the fucking cycle? How are you going to change for anyone if you don't change for yourself? You might feel obligated that you need to help your parents or you need to help your friends or you need to help somebody else. But if they're fucking you up and draining your fucking energy, walk the fuck away. You're replaceable. They will get somebody else to do it. They will. It just makes me so angry that we don't set boundaries. I went so far, and now I see so many people fucking their lives up because they think they have to do stuff, or they have to say yes, or they have to do this, or they have to do that. They're draining their energy. Like, don't let it get to the way I got. Don't get to the stage where you're so fucking depleted that you have no will to fucking live. Or don't get to the stage where you actually have to walk away completely. Set the boundaries now. Say no now. Stop fucking mollycoddling people or doing everything for people when you should be doing the things for yourself. How are you supposed to heal when you're stuck in a bowl full of rotten fucking apples? Do you get me? How? How are you supposed to heal if you're surrounded by low vibrational energy? How are you supposed to be the better person for you, for the future of humanity, and for your future children? How? You know what I mean? You're not here to fix the past. You're here to help the future. Do you get me? And what I mean by that is obviously we're here to heal the past, break the cycles. But you're not here to heal the people who don't want to be fucking healed, such as your parents or your grandparents or you're not here to drag them along and be drag back down. You're not here to help the friends that don't want to be fucking helped. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. You cannot spend the rest of your life thinking you to fix your parents' life when you are actually supposed to help pave the way for your children's lives, for the future of humanity. You get me? You know what I'm saying? You're wasting your time on people that are literally sucking the life out of you, when what you should be doing is filling your life, filling your cup up, and changing and paving the way for the future. You can't help the future if you're stuck in the wrong environments. You can't help the future if you're kind of constantly depleted and low energy around the wrong people. You have to start choosing yourself. You have to start setting those boundaries. You have to start choosing your life. Your life. This is your life and you get to change it. You get to change your future. But you cannot change your future if you're stuck in the wrong energy. As I said, you're the product of your environment. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, are these people on the evolution path or are they repeating? Because if you continue to spend time with them, you're going to continue to repeat and you're not going to evolve either. So thank you so much for listening today. I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share. Please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. If you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. I'd love nothing more than to help in your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie where I share a guided meditation every week. The info for that is in the description box. And I also am hosting a free feminine empowerment workshop next Wednesday, the 13th of May at 6 p.m. Ireland, UK time. This is a safe space for us ladies to get together and heal, support and grow together. If you want information for that, please comment below.